Dr. DIY here. I decided to replace the thermostat housing and thermostat on my 2001 Jeep Cherokee XJ after I noticed some leakage and corrosion at the connections where the hoses come in. So first you take off the hoses, as you're seeing here, and then you start unscrewing the bolt. It's a 1/2 inch. There's two bolts, the top bolt and the lower bolt. They stick out a little differently, and I added a connector to get off the lower bolt to get some better clearance. I used this handheld socket as well.
It's all slippery now with
I had drained the radiator coolant previously so it wouldn't leak as much. Once you get the bolts undone, you can take off the thermostat housing. There you see it, with some part of the gasket and some corrosion. There's the other part of the gasket on the engine. You can see it was pretty brittle.
the red,
The red part was sticking outward.
front.
Then you pull off the thermostat and look at all that RTV. Whoever put it on before put a bunch of gunk on there. That was the part sticking inside of the engine. There's the outside. And you see there was no weep hole on mine. Here's the two bolts that I showed you earlier. I'm going to clean them up. The top bolt was the longer bolt. And voila, cleaned. Then I'm going to clean up the engine block. Get the rest of that RTV crud off and the gasket. And I put some paper towel in there to prevent the gunk from getting inside the engine. And you can see there was quite a bit of gunk. Then I lightly sanded off the rest of the crud. Nice. And now a word from our sponsor. Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe.
A crummy commercial?
Back to the show. Part 2, reinstallation. Now it's time to put everything back together. Get the Felpro gasket there, and then I use some of this gasket sealant, which is not RTV. Basically, RTV is the replacement for a gasket, and I don't think you should use both, but you can make up your own mind. Here you can see why I was doing this in the first place. See all that corrosion from the water leaking? So I put a tiny bit of the gasket sealant on the thermostat itself to get it to stay on the engine when I'm putting the housing over, so it wouldn't just fall out and flop around. And it worked pretty well that way. Now I'm putting some of the sealant on the gasket itself, a little bit that faces the thermostat housing, and I thoroughly coated the part that would go on the engine block. Remember, it's not RTV, it's just gasket sealant. Then I put it on the engine, tighten it up by hand, and check to make sure that the seal looked good, that everything was lined up before I actually tightened it down with the wrench. Then you get in there with the wrench and tighten it down. It's still a 1/2 inch bolt, and the torque setting is 15 foot-pounds. I was going to replace the hoses as well because they were a little bit bulged at the end. That's the replacement part number. Here's the upper radiator hose. You can see the old one there. I'll give you a better look at that, at how it was kind of bulging out. So I thought it was time to replace that. Here you can see a better view of it. And also you can see some of the rust corrosion on that end. So then you stick the hoses back on, get that hose clamp in the right position, cinch it down, get it snug. Not too tight, but you want it to not wobble around. Then do the same thing with the upper radiator hose part. And you're on the home stretch now. After this, you just got to put in the engine coolant temperature sensor. So tighten down that upper radiator hose. And here's the engine coolant temperature sensor. I got the Master Pro. Tighten that on. Mine was a little bit of a challenge. Get it on hand tight and then use some pliers. then reconnect the electrical setting. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, give it a like so it's easier to find by others. Consider subscribing. This is Dr. DIY signing off. I'll see you the next time something breaks.